Hey, beautiful Hair Lounge community, Angelina coming at you, about to drop all the curly hair knowledge on how to avoid that wet gel curled look. It's called curl casting or gel casting, and it is a game changer when it comes to frizz-free curls. Stay tuned and we'll get right into it. Yep, I washed my hair, so we can really get into exactly why curl casting or gel casting is super important. What this does is it creates a barrier and locks in moisture in your curl pattern. So if you've ever had frizzy or fuzzy curls, it's because you're not creating a really good cast on your hair. And the best way to create that cast is by using gel. Do not be scared. This gel is going to be broken up, so you're not going to be left with those 80s crunchy curls. That's a thing of the past, and there is a way to really break up that cast so you have beautiful, bouncy, soft looking waves. If you like what you're hearing so far, now's a perfect time to hit that red subscribe button. And as always, do not forget, I love to see when you guys like these videos. So if you anytime love this, hit that thumbs up button so that way I know that you like all of this content. Okay, let's get into it. As you can see, my hair is wavy. It's not super curly, but this can be for anybody who has waves like me or very curly hair. And again, I recommend using gel. Another thing I recommend using is a microfiber towel or a cotton t-shirt. Cotton really helps without roughing up your cuticle, and if it's super soft, it's going to create soft curls on your hair as well. So you do not want your hair dripping wet. I am dripping right now, so I am just gonna take this microfiber towel and I am just gonna scrunch this water out of my hair because you do want it to be wet, but you do not want it to be dripping all over your shirt. I also don't recommend combing or brushing through your hair if you don't have a lot of wave to your hair. You're gonna stretch out those curls and you're not gonna see a lot of that pattern of your curl. Now let me show you what gel I'm going to use. This is for all my curly haired gals. This is Diva Curl, and this is their Ultra Defining Gel. I will link this down below so it's very easy for you to find. And this is perfect because it's not gonna flake. You need to make sure you're using the correct gel. You do not want to use one that's going to flake, because what we're gonna do is we are gonna crunch and scrunch that gel casting off. And if you have any flaking or the gel flakes at all, you're gonna see it all over your shirt and it's just not gonna look pretty. So this one is perfect because it does not have that flake to it. And you're gonna have to use quite a bit. It's okay, you can add more, but we're gonna start off with roughly a thick quarter size amount. And you're gonna do something to where it's not raking through your curls. You are just gonna rub the gel all over, and you're going to coat all the way through that curl pattern without raking through those curls. When you rake through, it breaks up that curl pattern and it really messes up the wave that you have, especially if you have to work harder to get curl like I do. We're gonna add more. It's very important to make sure you're adding enough, especially where you notice you get very frizzy. So for me, I get frizzy right around my hairline and my ends, which is fairly common with anybody who has longer hair. The ends do get frizzy because that hair is old. And the whole concept of this is creating moisture within your curl. Now we're gonna move on to this other side. I'm gonna wipe off the gel off my hands. Then I'm gonna add a tiny bit more, but flip my head upside down because again, you wanna make sure you're getting gel everywhere. You want it to be crunchy so that way when it dries, it's not gonna be frizzy. Keep that moisture locked in that hair. Now that we have the gel everywhere, we're gonna take our microfiber towel or that cotton old t-shirt, and now we're gonna scrunch. We're gonna kind of recreate those curls again. And if you listen closely, you're gonna hear a lot of moisture in my hair, and that's exactly what you want. Again, let's flip the hair upside down and continue to scrunch. Now, this is where I would suggest if you have any straighter pieces, as you can see, this piece right here is fairly straight. So I'm gonna take my finger and just kind of get that curl pattern to really take hold. Now, the biggest thing that you have to make sure you do, it has to dry completely. Zero wetness whatsoever in your hair before you are going to scrunch the crunch out. If it is not dry at all and there's any moisture in there whatsoever, you're gonna get frizzy curls. So really let it air dry, or you can use your diffuser to get most of the moisture out, but I am telling you, this is what's going to create frizzy curls if you do not do this step. It is very, 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 very important. So I'm gonna diffuse it a little bit and then I'm going to let it finish air drying, and then we will come back so you can see how it looks after, and we will get to crunching and scrunching all of that crunchy cast off of my curls. So stay tuned. She is curly. This is probably the most curl I've ever really gotten out of my hair. I let it dry really good. I did use a diffuser the whole time, but I'm gonna show you how you know you got a good cast. So when you hold your hair out and it is very stiff, that is how you know you have a really good cast on it. So as you can see, it's pretty stiff. There's not a whole lot going on. Now we're gonna scrunch the crunch out, taking that same microfiber towel, and you are just going to scrunch over the top of those curls to really break them up. And it's not about really kind of running your hands through it or being really rough with it. It's just all about getting that crunchy feel off. You don't have to just use a towel. You can also just use your hands. And as you can see, I'm getting softer waves to it without that crunchy feel. So anywhere you feel kind of hard curls, that is what you are going to soften. So you can see the difference. This side still looks wet. It is honestly still very pretty, so don't feel like if you do like this look, you do not have to scrunch out all that crunchiness. But we're gonna go back on over to this side and just really break up that really crunchy stuff. Anywhere you feel kind of the hard gel cast on it, this is just gonna kind of soften that up. Now, for example, if you want lift at your root, you're just gonna put your hand in there and soften kind of that up on your roots. As you can see, I'm not raking through it. I'm just putting it at my roots and just kind of fluffing the hair. Same with the underneath. As you can see, this is kind of my softer side. I don't have nearly as much curl on this side naturally, but the more you do this to the hair, you do kind of train your hair to stay curly. Like I said, this is the curliest I've ever seen my hair. So I'm sure if I did this more often and I stayed away from the heat tools, I'd have a lot more curl. Like look at how curly that one is right there. But super easy, as you can see. This is why scrunching the crunch looks really good on it, and it's not frizzy at all. Normally, whenever I do my hair curly, I'm very impatient and I do not wait for it to dry completely. So this is the way to do it so you do not have those frizzy curls. What do you guys think? If you like this, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you end up trying it on your hair. I will say, I think this is a perfect way to enhance those curls without having big 80s wet look, because, you know, it's good to have a modern style to it, but look at how pretty that is. Curl casting is the way to go. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, don't forget to leave a comment down below if you have any questions whatsoever. And if you haven't done so yet, hit that red subscribe button. See you guys all next time. Bye-bye.